Hey guys, I was just going through the garage stuff further. I'm still not done. I got a bunch more boxes. I'm getting into buildings now, but I found this random box of boxcars and locomotives that I didn't know that I had, which is weird because it was for some reason separate. So it's a lot of different stuff. Just ignore these trucks for a minute. Um, this boxcar I had when I was a kid, I think it's a model power. I've got a Sioux Line car and some wood that's cut. I don't even remember where that came from. Got this Southern Pacific boxcar with no wheels on it. Okay. And I got a bunch of Kato cases, and I have these 3 CB&Q shells. Now, it's unfortunate because I'm actually need CB&Q in the white scheme for the Wyoming level, but I have these Burlington shells that I found in this box instead. So I'll show you. If you go over here, where is it? It's Northern Pacific. Oh yeah, it's these guys right here. Okay, so this is going to be weird. This doesn't make sense. These are Intermountain shells on Kato F units, but they're F3s, and these are F7s. Now, why would you do that? Because 15 years ago, you couldn't get a Northern Pacific from Kato, so you had to get it from Intermountain. And it was so hard to get Northern Pacific that for some reason, somebody had bought 4 Northern Pacific units in Intermountain and then separated the shell and put it on eBay. Or it was an extra parts shell or something. I'm not sure. But basically, I got these 4 shells in Northern Pacific 15 years ago, and they're amazing. They have metal etched grill and everything. But I got no motor to put in them without buying another whole locomotive at full rip. Back then, that Intermountain F unit is a smooth runner. As far as details go, it's a better unit than a Kato by a long shot. Obviously, I think that the Kato is a little more reliable, and I like the motor that's in it. The electric motor is not a slow speed, but the detail on the Intermountain, which is made in the Atlas factory, it's fantastic. So I have these units, and I don't run them because the thing is that the shells don't exactly fit. You have to break a little piece off inside, and basically sometimes the shell comes loose off of the Kato units. So they're Kato, they run good. The front couplers are mounted inside the shell, and the shell moves around. Now I could glue it, but the thing is, or put some tape or something, but the body, I haven't ground it down or anything. It's actually wider than the Kato shell. So what kind of sucked, in the olden days of DCC and having Northern Pacific is you had to piece together shit like that. And now, basically, you just go to the store, okay, in this case, the Broadway store, the Mike Pfeiffer store, and you say, hey, can you make this in Northern Pacific? I need it in ABBA, and I need it with sound. Boom, just order the stupid things. Put them on the track and they work. Oh, you need it in the Lowy scheme. Okay, well, we got it in the Lowy scheme. So you got it in passenger and you got it in freight. And then you don't have to screw around with these things. And the reason that, for some reason, to get those Kato motors, I had to buy these 3 CB&Q, and that's where these stupid shells came from. It doesn't make any sense, but basically, it's a bunch of monkeying around to do this whole hobby on a budget, especially when you have this stuff you need to accomplish. This little caboose is a Bowser, and it's actually, I'm really surprised, it's made out of metal, and this was in that little cardboard box, and I've got the case for it. Where is it? Right here. Pennsylvania caboose, orange. And I think Mr. Bowser wrote on there himself, because it doesn't say anything. So it does have repeatos, so I'm going to have to switch it. And I mean, I don't have Pennsylvania Railroad on anything, but I just love those round windows. When I would have bought it, that's why I did. And up here, nobody at a train show in Canada would have had a use for a Pennsylvania caboose. This was probably $5. What was it? Where's the other little caboose that I found there? Cambria, Indiana. Where the heck did it go? Oh, I'm not sure. The other thing is I put the sound unit that was a Canadian Shield. It was a Precision, and I put it in one of my Kato shells that actually the Kato unit went bad. It runs, but it squeals all the gears, and it's not there's something wrong with like a bearing inside of it. So this unit I have in the AB, and I have to find it. It's back there somewhere, or maybe over here, I'm not sure. But anyway, when I find the passenger cars and I get this all tuned up, I'll have it running. And you're thinking, oh, that's a nice set. Yeah, Kato at E unit. Oh, and you wanted it to be in yellow. Well, again, I'm monkeying around with bodies and shells. This is Paragon 2. They're not even listed on the website. They made so few. But when I call them up and I say, hey, guys, I got, I must be at least the biggest guy in Western Canada as far as Broadway locomotives go. Can you make it in yellow, Milwaukee Road, so that I can have sound? And these are Paragon 2, and these are their PCM or Precision Craft models, or Paragon 1. Well, you have all of this together. It sounds pretty good. They even have different horns. All of these units are powered. This is my little Butte Special mail train that I put together. I got the Rock Island baggage cars to go with it. I've got my one circus car. I don't have money for a whole circus train. I just put it in with the other trains. That's how it really would have been. It would have been all red cars going down there with the elephants. Oh, there's no way. And I got this, for some reason, there's two colors from Micro Trains of the heavyweight cars. No kidding. This is dark gray over here, and this is kind of like almost reverse. Here, I'll do this for you. Put it there. So yeah, I checked, and I only have one of those, and I only have 4 of these, and they have 9 or 11 car sets for the Microtrains heavyweight sets. So of course, why do you make two different gray Union Pacifics? So stupid guys like me have to buy both sets. I'm thinking, okay, all right, I just finished. My wallet hurts. I got the yellow ones. Okay, I'm done. I went to eBay and I got it. I got the complete set. And you're thinking, well, you only have 3. I'll show you the complete set in a second. You finish and then you're like, oh, you know what? I want the gray ones. So you get a lot. These came, I think it was 3 in 1, and 2 different auctions. But you get 3 at a time. You knock them off, and then you go and figure out which ones you're missing in the part numbers. That's what I do. I'm building sets. Sets are worth more money when I'm gone. My kids will have something to sell. So anyway, most railroads don't have 2 schemes. Well, for some reason, Microtrains is like, hey, is this Tyler Smith's house? Yeah. If we made a gray second color set, would you buy that too? Yeah. Oh, you would? Oh, okay. So obviously in the future on the pre-owned market, but you get my point. This is the drawer with the heavyweights in it. It has most of my passenger car stuff. I'm going to go through this in a separate video, but basically I have a passenger car addiction. That is the stuff that when you have it as a complete sets, it's worth a pile of money, and it's nice to run on there, not just have box cars. Everybody's seen box cars. So this is one of the sets from Railsmith or Lowell Smith. I hope maybe we're related, obviously. We're both Smiths. And I've had some of these coming. These are the first 2 releases, 2 numbers of a coach and 1 number of a baggage. So this is the North Coast Limited, the 1947 North Coast Limited. Oh, 1954. You know, that's no good. I have to get this one instead now. Oh yeah, you know how it works. So, it's I've got everything that you could possibly think of as far as, you know, let's build a Northern Pacific Railroad, Northern Pacific and N scale. You know, I've got all the cars that I could possibly need as far as that goes. I can run multiple trains. Most people are lucky just to have one passenger train. I love passenger trains. There's a whole bunch in there. There's 2 boxes in there. I'm gonna find them in the passenger train video. And then these are all the Concourse sets, and the Kato sets are there. And now an Arnold set on my little shoe rack. So, all right, guys, I'll leave it with you. We'll have a good night.